Hello everybody, it's Shaf Rasul here. It's Thursday afternoon, which means it's time for another Ask Shaf. Today's Ask Shaf is about leverage. Robert Kiyosaki, that's the chap that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, is often credited with the quote, "Leverage is the reason why some people are rich and others aren't." Now, leverage may sound like a concept that's very difficult to get your head round, and you know what? It's not. You see leverage in your everyday life all of the time. I'll give you some examples of it. If you're an employee, your employer is leveraging your time. They're paying you so you can do things for them that they don't have time to do themselves, or they don't want to do themselves. Another everyday example of leverage is if you're sitting in the office and you're stuck with something in Microsoft Excel, you don't know how a certain function works, or you don't know how to write a specific formula, and you ask one of your colleagues, that's you leveraging their knowledge. Another example of leverage, which I'm sure you've done loads of times, I certainly have, is you want to make a major purchase and you pay for it on your credit card and you say, do you know what, I'll pay that off as soon as the credit card bill comes in so I don't have to pay any interest. You are leveraging the credit card company's funding or their cash with no interest. There's no cost to you. A really good example of leverage, which I saw the other day, was a friend of mine was renewing some passports and he needed me to fill in a couple of forms for him. And I said, yeah, just pop into the office and I'll sign them for you. So the friend picked up his son from school and he popped in to see me, and the young son did not want to be in the office. And he just wanted to get out of there. So the dad needed 5 minutes with me, so what he did was, he sat his son down and he gave him a bar of chocolate. So the son sat there and ate his chocolate, and his dad had peace for 5 minutes for him to do what he needed to do. That was leverage, but the leverage ran out as soon as the chocolate was finished. Anyway, enough from me. Let's get on to the main explainer video, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers.
What is leverage? Imagine building up your business from scratch and giving blood, sweat and tears to make it a success. Missing family birthdays, anniversaries, weddings and funerals. Great, well done. So what should you not do? Don't become too attached to your business, despite what you may think it's not your baby. Don't get me wrong, if your business is your passion, then that's super. But to be a true entrepreneur, you need to be looking for the best time to sell it on, to realise the added value achieved in growing the profitability of the business. But before you get to the point of selling on, you might need to use other people's money to grow it. That's called leverage. At some point, most entrepreneurs need to go down this road. Put simply, leverage is the advantage a person has when they have the upper hand. In financial terms, leverage is the strategy of using borrowed money to increase the potential return of an investment. Here's an example. A company has profits of 1 million. It's sold for 10 times that, sold 10 million. The entrepreneur who buys it uses 1 million of their money and borrows 9 million. Within 2 years, the business makes 2 million of profit, and using the same valuation, it's now worth 20 million. If realised, this would repay the debt and leave the entrepreneur with an 11 million return on the original 1 million stake. Not a bad payday for a couple of years' work. However, don't forget the risk. It's been a bad couple of years. Profits dropped to 500k, the value plummeted to 5 million, and there's still that 9 million debt. The buyer's lost 1 million and still needs to pay off the debt or trade their way out of trouble. Always bear in mind that with debt comes interest. The Bank of England base rate is currently at 0.75%, and it's taken a wait-and-see approach to raising or lowering interest rates depending on Brexit. When borrowing to buy or to invest in a business, calculate how much more you could potentially end up paying for a loan. Always look for the advantage of leverage, but take the interest bill into account. So, do the leverage rules come into play when you're getting a mortgage? To an extent, but your house is a home, not just an investment. You can have a fixed rate mortgage or a variable rate. The variable rate will usually be less than the fixed rate, but rates can go up. With a fixed rate, you know exactly what you will be paying for years. Using the laws of leverage, the lowest risk option is the fixed rate, and this is the sensible option. Don't make a big leverage play on your own house. Sure, it's bricks and mortar, but it's the roof above your head. Take my advice and you'll be as safe as houses. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment and share.